What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy D Blancas coming back at you with another mathematics video. All right, so today we're going to cover lesson 15, rotations, reflections, and symmetry. All right, so this is the opening exercise. You can try doing it by yourself, see if you can figure it out. But this is basically what they're doing. So let me zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. So what we have right now, is triangle A right here. All right, so we have this triangle right here. And what they ended up doing, they reflected it over this line. And then you ended up getting this triangle. All right, so we've done reflections before, so we understand that. Now, what they're saying in this opening exercise is take that original, or take the orange triangle, the one I just drew, and reflect it over this other line, this orange line. All right, so that's what they want you to do. So if you reflect it, you'll see that it comes out something like this. So your triangle looks something like that. All right, so that's your final image right here. So we reflect this green one over the green line to get this orange triangle. Then we reflect the orange triangle over this line to get the purple triangle. And what they want you to realize is that when you reflect an image twice, this point right here, that is your point of rotation. So you technically just rotated the image. So I'm gonna write that right there. This is your point of rotation. All right, so that's what you ended up doing. You reflected twice, you technically rotated the image, now reflected it. So that's something to think about. I found it pretty interesting. All right, so let's move on to this exploratory challenge right here. So we have an isosceles triangle. We know that because they tell us, but also because it has these two lines. And we're going to look at what a line of symmetry is. So let me highlight that for you. Let me move this camera over right there. So they want us to define, and so this is a vocab word, this line of symmetry of a figure. Okay, so in this isosceles triangle, if I were to draw a line right down the middle, like this, I have two triangles that are identical, which I'm gonna highlight right now. So I have that triangle, and then I have this triangle over here. All right, so they are identical. This yellow triangle is rotated over the line I drew right down the middle, this bisector. All right, that is called your line of symmetry. So this is called your line of symmetry because it's inside your image. The line is inside your image. So it's not, it's a type of reflection, it is, but it's more so the line of symmetry, not the line of reflection. All right, so that's something to think about also. Cool, so let's move on to the next page. So let's flip this over. So we should be on page 82 right now. And let's look at these images. So they're asking you which ones have lines of symmetry, which ones have multiple lines of symmetry. So go ahead, you can pause this video, see if you can figure it out yourself. All right, so take a few seconds. Welcome back, right? So hopefully you pause the video. So if you would have noticed, this triangle does not have any line of symmetry whatsoever. This rectangle does though. If you draw it going this way, that's your line of symmetry because you can fold it and it's almost exactly the same. And then you got another one going this way like that for the exact same reason. You can fold it long ways and you see that they match up. So that one has two lines of symmetry. This hexagon, this one we can go this way, we can go that way, we can go this way, but we can also go right down the middle, just like that. All right, so this one has 6 lines of symmetry. All right, this one only had 2 lines of symmetry. All right, and now this this parallelogram, we can draw one going this way. We can definitely draw one going this way. All right, and then there's another one, I believe, going that way. So this one has about 3 lines of symmetry. Okay, and that's basically it. It's just where can you draw your line so that when you fold it in half, they match up. All right, other vocab word, rotational symmetry of a figure. So that's this part right here. Rotational symmetry of a figure. All right, so they give us this triangle right here. And they tell us to find the point of symmetry. And there's plenty of ways to do this. The way to actually do it is you need to find the perpendicular bisector of 2 lines. So example, and let me show you right now how to do this. What you're going to need to do is grab your handy dandy compass, right? Grab your handy dandy compass, line it up. Let me move this a little bit closer so you can see it. All right. So make C your center, make A your radius. Camera's moving. Draw your line, just like so. So we've done this plenty of times, where we draw the perpendicular bisector. Now do it this way with A and B. All right. So you're gonna do this for 2 of your sides. So there's one. I'm gonna connect this. All right. So right here. So that's one perpendicular bisector, and it's bisecting A and C. So I'm gonna highlight these, so I know that these are together. Then you can pick another side, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna do B and A. So I'm gonna do this. All right. Draw my points like that. Now do A going this way. Draw my points again. All right, right there. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna connect these lines because they ended up intersecting. All right, and I'm gonna highlight this in blue. So this line, I know there's a lot of commotion outside, but it's cool. And that line, this point right here where they intersect, that's your point of rotation. All right, so no matter what happens, every time we rotate it from there, we're going to get the same image. And that's what they wanted you to do. All right, so that's your, and I'm just gonna label it point of rotation. Okay, that's where you have your rotational symmetry. Okay, rotational symmetry, that was the key word. Cool. Now, what we're going to do is move on to the next page. All right, lastly, what we got is just this identity symmetry. All right, this isn't too complicated actually, but it just means that if you rotate something 360 degrees, that you end up getting the exact same image. And the way they write it down is just like this. Example, this part right here. So they have triangle ABC, all right? They're rotating it 120 degrees, then they rotate it again 120 degrees, then they rotate it again 120 degrees. And what that comes out to is a 360 degree rotation. And that's just the identity. That's how they label it right here. That you rotated it 360, so you get the identity. You get the exact same figure. Other than that, that's really all you have. Now you got just of the exercises. So go ahead and try to figure those out. But good job. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.